As we all know, it's at this time of year that we really enjoy a good comedy. And it's normally the repeats, isn't it, that we see that we really enjoy, or the best of compilations, whether it's a documentary about behind the scenes of Are You Being Served or Dick Emery, It Ain't Half Hot Mum. Seemingly more and more for laughs, we're having to look to the past rather than the future, seemingly because the woke artery have killed off any opportunity to make people laugh. You get the picture. So it's really, I just wanted to share this with you because really it's something that I think will do very well. And before anybody asks, I'm not an ambassador, I'm not an investor, I'm not associated with this. I simply know the guy that is putting this wonderful show together. And I wanted to share it with you because probably, you know, fingers crossed, it should get the fair chance that it should get. But of course, it's coming into the West End after a wonderful sort of mini film that they put together, and also a sellout show up at the Edinburgh Festival. It's called The Last Laugh. Oh yes, and it's a wonderful play, comedy play, all about three giants of entertainment. I was lucky enough to meet two of them, Tommy Cooper and the brilliant Bob Monkhouse, alongside, of course, well, Eric Morecambe. Never met him, but I did meet his partner, Ernie Wise, while he was starring in a musical on his own at this point called The Mystery of Edwin Drood, which was at the Savoy Theatre alongside the pop superstar that is Lulu. Now, The Last Laugh basically is, as I say, a wonderful piece of theatre. It's sort of an imagined thing that goes on in a dressing room between three comedians, looking back, looking forward, and basically, well, looking as to why they're so funny and so beloved by the British and international public. As many know, of course, Bob Monkhouse had a very successful career in America, as did, you know, the likes of Tommy Cooper. They were kind of big stars, all thanks to television being able to take their shows into other parts of the world. Now, what's fascinating about this is, as I said, I know Paul a little bit, and you will know him, of course, as a former television presenter and host himself. He now runs one of the biggest and best pantomime production companies in the United Kingdom, Evolution. And they are branching out, and that's the reason why I thought, look, I think the chums would like this. This is going to be at the Noel Coward Theatre in the very heart of London in February. And as I say, if you're looking for something that really sort of tickles the funny bone and makes you think about laughter from the past, then this is definitely the show for you. More importantly, when you think about it, Bob Monkhouse, as I say, who I got to know very well, he pointed out that most comedians, and this is true, are very dour and sour because they're continually thinking of ways to make you laugh. And as he pointed out, we spend most of our working lives looking out there to make people and see how we could make them laugh. But nobody thinks about us as we walk alone home. It's a very sad thought, that, isn't it? Okay, yes. Of course, Eric Morecambe was one half of the brilliant comedy duo Eric and Ernie, and so well loved today, and so much so that their shows are repeated always at the festive time of year. At the peak of their fame, 27 million people switched in on Christmas Day to watch the Morecambe and Wise show. Tommy Cooper, as you know, sadly passed away literally live on stage on television at His Majesty's Theatre from a, you know, wonderful variety show hosted by Jimmy Tarbuck. Many people said that this would be the way that he would want to go. As I said at the start of the video, you know, I'm not an ambassador, I'm not, you know, an investor or anything like that. But when I see things and I think, oh, the chums, I think, would like this. If you are coming to London at that time, I think it's on for about 2 months, do check it out. I've seen elements of it. It looks really funny. It's very heartwarming. And all of the cast are doing a superb job in making sure they recreate these comedy legends literally in their best moments. And in this particular time that we're now living in, a cost of living crisis, everything seemingly like bad news, don't we all need a good laugh? Oh yes, and when you think about Tommy Cooper, you know, Eric and Ernie, and of course Bob Monkhouse, they certainly gave us plenty of those, did they not? The Last Laugh, as I said, is at the Noel Coward Theatre, starts in February. All the details are here. And remember, if you enjoyed it, do tell everybody. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.